Before and after in a product design that completely blew your mind? Well, today we're going behind the scenes of a major app overhaul. You'll see the Ricochet 360 redesign in detail, and it's a story of turning user frustration into fascination. Hi, I'm Ilya, the founder of Eleken, a product design agency for SaaS, and that's the story of one of our clients. Ricochet 360 is a cloud phone system and CRM platform that enables sales teams to manage all their prospects in one place, alongside telemarketing, text, and email marketing. They've been on the market for 10 years and we're going into scaling stage. To scale successfully, they wanted to improve user experience and renew the design. Ricochet's clients love the software once they got how to use it. The problem was that it took a while to get how to use it. It took about a month for Ricochet team to help clients set up the application, customize it, and train an admin to use it. When users struggle so much at learning how to use the app, they are likely to churn early. The CRM market is pretty competitive, so they do have a choice if you want to start using your app today, not in a month. What is more, longer onboarding often requires more resources in terms of support and guidance, increasing the operational costs for the company. So Ricochet is fully committed to shortening users' learning curve. How? By making their overcomplicated app more intuitive so that users can see what they need to do with no extra guidance. For that, Ricochet needed experienced designers who could get it right. And that's why they came to Eleken. How do you approach such a redesign? Step 1 is to audit the product to detect weak points. For successful product redesign, we first had to understand the cause of a sad learning curve. So we began by carefully examining the design and asking specific questions to find any design problems. If you're curious about UX audit process, I recommend you to check one of our earlier videos. It's specifically focused on this topic, has lots of useful insights, and even a free audit checklist. Let's circle back to the Ricochet case and what we discovered during the audit. Take a look at our screen. This was the form for adding a new lead before we did the redesign. Notice anything off? At first glance, it seems fine, right? But it turned out to be a major headache for users. Here's why. Take the phone number field, for instance. There is no clear format for entering data. Should you include a plus sign? Do you separate the digits with dashes or brackets? And here is another issue: the lack of required fields indicator. Believe it or not, you don't have to fill all these endless fields for the form to work. But how do you know? There aren't any asterisks to guide you. So we had 2 months to redo the whole Ricochet 360 design, right? And then the developers would need a couple of more months to make it all happen. Given how long this was all gonna take, we suggested to our client, why not to start with some quick, easy fixes to current design? And we started with the small changes for big results. These small changes wouldn't be a big hassle, but could start making things better right away. Alright, about that form I just showed you and a few other parts of the product, we fixed minor mistake that resulted in serious user experience problems. Here's our form after the minor changes. We added clues for every field, so it's super clear how to fill them out. We set up standard formats for the data, like if you mess up with the phone number, it will tell you right away with the error message. We also indicated required fields with the asterisks, so users don't have to guess which fields are necessary for creating a lead in which they can emit. Based on the current interface, we got a mockup that took us 2 hours to design and another couple of hours for a developer to put everything in place. The business performance improved instantly, without waiting for a month-long redesign project to reach the end. Next up, we're diving into the big stuff. I mean, screens restructuring to simplify user flow. So after we took a good look at the product and spotted where things were getting confusing, our designers had to basically take apart the old screens, piece by piece, just like putting apart a Lego model. We needed to work out which path the user takes to get something done, and what stuff they need on each screen to make their job easier. By simplifying how users do their tasks, we aim to make the whole thing easier to learn and use. Let's take a look at the form screen again and see what our restructuring did. Our team came up with a few ideas. First off, 30 fields in this one form? That's way too much. Some of those fields aren't always needed. So we thought, why not add less important ones and let users bring them only if they need them? Then we know that people get things quicker when they're grouped together. So we're thinking of dividing the fields into meaningful groups. That way, the form won't look so overwhelming. And here's another thing. What if we make the form a pop-up? Often, adding a new lead is just a side task that appears while you're busy with other stuff. With a pop-up, you won't have to leave that you're doing and add a new lead. So just with this one screen changing up, you've seen how Redesign can really transform user experience from overwhelming to intuitive. Next up, I'll show you some before and after pictures so you can really see the impact of UX design. Here's the before and here's the after. Once more, before and then after. If you have an app that looks more a bit like before, go to the Eleken Design Agency website and let us help you to make it look more like after. For the rest, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.